Great. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Regina Cross, and I'm the director of the Spartan Pathways Travel Program. And I'm pleased you're able to join us today for this British Isles immersion briefing. Uh, okay, so I'm going to first start with a little housekeeping. If you could remain muted, that would be helpful. Sometimes the microphone picks up sounds very easily. So that would happy to if you could do that for us. And questions, you can put questions in the chat throughout the presentation, and we'll address those during the Q&A afterwards. Okay. Also, too, I want to mention that our Bright Crowd online directory, I know many of you have signed up for that so far. And it's a great way for you to learn about your fellow MSU travelers. And so if you haven't joined and you'd like to, just send me an email and I'll send you an invitation to join. Next, I want to introduce I want to mention too that this is being recorded. So if you've forgotten something or you want to just listen to it again, I will send out a link probably more than likely tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, and that way you'll have an opportunity to view it again if you need to. Let's see. Next, I'd like to introduce your host, your MSU host. He's a faculty here at Michigan State University, Dr. Alan Prather, and he is an associate professor of plant biology, and he's the director of the Beale Botanical Gardens here on campus. He has hosted for us, it's been over 10 years now, and everybody really enjoys Alan. So, Alan, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, Regina. I was running a minute late, and I guess that was perfect because right, I
Yes.
got here just in time. So thanks. Hi, everybody. So again, I'm Alan Prather. I am a faculty member in plant biology. I've been at MSU for 29 years, and Regina, I'm almost a little embarrassed to say I think I've been doing these trips for over 20 years. Because I think my first one was 2004, if I'm not mistaken, 2005. So a long
Wow.
time ago, right? I'm
Time goes
dating
by fast.
myself. Now, Regina was 7 then when we started working together. I'm just to share that. So hi everybody. I am director of Beale Botanical Garden. I've been here now about 5 years, 6 years, I guess. Moved over from plant biology, but I still do both things. I teach, I do all those things. I can't tell you how excited I am to be traveling with everybody here. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and hanging out. And once we get on the ship, you'll be able to contact me anytime you need anything, and want to make sure you have a great time. And we all have a great time. So it's nice to meet everyone.
All right. Thank you, Alan. All right. Next, I want to introduce Emily Dean. She is a client service manager at Go Next. I've been working with Emily for a number of years now. She's fantastic to work with, and she's going to kind of go over some information that's good for you to know. So take it away, Emily.
Perfect. Thanks, Regina, and welcome everybody. Like Regina said, I'm going to talk about some documents you received, a little bit about the trip, beginning, middle, and end. If you have any questions, hopefully by the end of the call, I'll have answered your questions. If not, we'll open it up for questions. But by now, you guys should have received your final documents. They would have come via email, and the subject line would be final documents with your name, and then for the British Isles immersion in the final doc, and if you haven't received these, let me know and we can figure out why you haven't been sent them. Sometimes people get held up if they don't have their passport or they haven't completed something. So if somebody doesn't have them, just let us know and we can figure out why you do not have them. In the final documents, there's a few attachments depending on what everybody is doing. But the first thing is going to be an Oceania cruise summary. On the cruise summary, there's a lot of good information. So I either take pictures of it or print it, bring it with. It has the port information, your shore excursions, what ports you're going to be in each day, the times, dining reservations. So your cabin number, what time you can board. So there's lots of stuff on there. Take a picture, bring it with. The next document that would be on there would be, it's a general information page talking about pre-cruise travel. It talks about, transfers. I'll also go over transfers with you and just some recommendations. It also talks about your program managers. Your program managers for this trip are Megan Woods and Marion Murray. Megan and Marion have both been with us for a long time. Megan, we got a new computer system about 10 years ago, and currently in our new computer system 10 years ago, she's on 129 cruises. So and she's from Ireland, so she is very versed, and she'll know your name by the second day. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. Um, and on this general information page, the very first page is important phone number on there to take note of. Put it in your phone when we get off this call. It's emergency number to get a hold of Go Next for the day of travel. It's the 612-802-5560. This number, so when you guys are traveling, heading over there, if you are delayed, if your flight changes, if anything happens, go ahead and give this phone number a call. It is a cell phone number, so if you don't get through right away, and let's say you've already made the change, or Delta changed you to a different flight and you're coming in at a different time, just go ahead and you can send it a text. It is a cell phone, so, or you can leave a voicemail and we'll call you back. But if you have the new information, just say, hi, this is, Alan Smith. I'm coming now on Delta, and what time you guys are arriving. Even if we're not transferring you, we like to know when you guys are arriving so we know because we do track the flights to make sure everybody has got there, whether you're coming in early or coming in on embarkation day. So that's a very important phone number. The next thing that could be attached is if you're on a pre or a post cruise with Go Next, there would be a PDF attachment for that. It talks a little bit about the program and what we will be doing on the program. And once you guys get to the hotel, the program manager will be there, one of them for sure, and they will have a whiteboard. They'll have a desk at the front of the hotel, along with some city workers that can help you find things to do the day you arrive, or if you're coming in even earlier, they will be there to help you, and they will have details of what you guys are doing, even further than what the final documents have. For luggage, people ask me what to pack. I did check out the weather. Now, I would check it out again before you guys leave, but it could be anywhere from low 50s to mid 60s, just depending on where you guys are at in the sailing. I always suggest packing, if you're bringing 2 suitcases, packing a little in each. This way, if one of your suitcases is delayed, then you will have your other suitcase with stuff in it. And if you are only bringing one suitcase, I would bring extra outfit in your carry-on, maybe an extra pair of shoes, anything that you would want that's important. Prescription medication. Sometimes people bring their CPAPs with them as a carry-on. If you need it, I would put it in your carry-on. Another thing about packing prescription medication, TSA does require them to be in the original pill bottle. I'm not saying anybody's ever been stopped. It's just something that they ask us to say. People ask me about vitamins and supplements. I put those in a daily pack, and I've never been stopped. But if you need the pills, put them in your carry-on. People also print their prescriptions, what they're on, and the milligrams, just if you get over there and then you need to go to a pharmacy, it's easy to tell them this is what you need when you call your doctor. Another people to check with would be cell phone providers. If you have an international plan, if you don't, I would suggest adding one, just at least for the days that you're on this departure. You never know when you're going to need to call somebody. Even if you're changing planes in an international airport, and you want to call us because you need help with something, you'll need an international plan to call us. Or if you're exploring while you're over there and you need to call us or the ship or whatever you need to do. So just check with your cell phone provider, see how much it costs, and add it if you want. Another place to check with would be credit cards and banks. Usually, depending on your institution, sometimes they need to know, sometimes they don't. And they would just ask you what days you would be gone, along with what countries you're visiting. And if you don't know exactly what days you're going to be gone in the countries, on your final cruise summary, it is listed in there. So you can tell them which country you guys are all going to. Now, once you've landed at the destination, everybody's going to do the same thing. You're all going to go through passport control, collect your luggage, and then go through customs. And if you are coming in on your own, or if you're going on our Go Next pre-cruise, or if you're going to the ship, you guys are all going to exit the baggage claim area. And if you are going on your own, you're gonna look for a taxi or an Uber. If you don't have the Uber app, I would go ahead and download it now. Super easy to use, and probably less expensive than a taxi. If you're going on the Go Next pre-cruise, we will pick you up. We will have a city employee there, the driver, holding a sign, and it'll say Go Next on it. So this is for the pre-cruise. We'll have a Go Next sign. The sign is usually fluorescent in color. And watch for them. And they usually drive sedans or mini sprinter vans, depending on how many people are coming in at the same time. If you're coming in on embarkation day and you're taking the Oceania transfer to the ship, they have large motor coaches. So watch for a motor coach. They will also have a representative with a sign. Theirs is white with a big blue O on it. So watch for them. The only difference with Oceania is theirs is kind of like a hotel shuttle, so it comes in like 15-minute intervals. So if you don't see it right away, don't panic, it will be there. And if you think you've waited too long for either our transfer or Oceana's transfer, you can go ahead and give that phone number a call. We dispatch and then find out what's going on if, there's traffic or an accident or something, and then we'll let you know. So that's transfers, and it also talks about it in the final documents if you have any questions about it, or I can answer them again at the end. So now once you've reached the pier, you guys are gonna check in with Oceania. You guys have probably already checked in online. And when you check in online, they usually ask you what time you guys are gonna arrive. It's just a general idea, so if there's only one slot to pick, just pick it. But if you're coming for the pre-cruise, we usually try to get you there between 2 to 3 o'clock. And then for everybody coming in, you just look at your flight times and then add on some time for customs and getting to the ship. You would select that time. So once you've got there, you're going to give them your luggage. Anything you want to keep with you, valuables or whatever you want to keep, you can keep with you. Prescription medication. So when you get to the ship, your cabin might not quite be ready. So you guys feel free to wander about the ship, check things out, stop by and say hi to the program managers if you are not on the pre-cruise and you haven't met them yet. They will have your name badges. So at the pre-cruise, you'll get them. Otherwise, you can stop by their desk when you get on board. And they have them there also. Their desk is on deck 5. So, and they usually are there in the morning and then the afternoon, and you might see them out on shore excursions with you. So if you stop by and see them, they'll have your name badges. Another thing is when you get on board the ship, they're going to issue you a world card. The world card acts as getting you on and off the ship. It gets you into your room, and it's your credit card on board. So if you go to the spa or if you go to the boutique or order a bottle of wine, whatever you might do, it's going to be your credit card. Oceania is a cashless cruise line, so they do not do cash, they just do your card. For where you guys are going, it's pounds. I don't think you need to take out any money. People always ask me if they should take out money. It's really what you guys will be doing. If you plan on doing like small, maybe private eating places or small local shopping, then you might need some local cash, but you could always get that on board or you can take it out in an ATM once you're over there. 95-6% of the world takes credit cards these days. So more than likely anywhere you guys go are going to accept a credit card. And if you find that you need cash when you're there, Megan or Marion can help you find an ATM to take out cash. Just make sure if you're using your credit card to take out cash, you know your PIN number. So you will, once you've checked in, you will hand your luggage to the porters. They will take your luggage away and you won't see it until you get into your cabins. If you are into your cabin right away, don't panic if your luggage is not there. As long as you brought it and checked it in, your luggage will eventually get there. There's about, let's say 1,200 people on the ship, and then if everybody brings two, I mean, it's a lot, it could be a lot of luggage. So, but if you checked it in, your luggage will get there. So just it will be in there. When you get on board, the Terrace Cafe will be open for lunch, and you guys are on the marina for this sailing, so that is deck 12. Let's see here. In your cabins for electricity, they have two 110 volts, two 220s, and a USB-C outlet. If you guys are going to extend on either end, you're going to want to check to see if you need a converter. More than likely, if you were staying in a hotel off the ship, you will need some kind of a converter adapter, depending on what you guys are using. On board, you need nothing. So if you're just going on the sailing, you don't need any kind of converter adapter. You can use whatever you have for US. In the cabins, they have hair dryers, robes, slippers, and they do have a large umbrella. If you wanted a smaller one to bring with you on shore excursions, I would pack one. This one that they have on board is quite large. It's like a golf one. Water bottles, they have metal water bottles in the cabins. They have a craft in your cabin with water. They have filling stations throughout the ship that you would fill up your water bottle with. Feel free to bring your own water bottle. I know I like my own water bottle, personal preference, but this water bottle is what you're going to want to use to take on shore excursions with you. They used to hand out plastic water bottles, and for the environment, they've got away from that. So now when you get off, they will not be handing out waters. They want you to take these water bottles from your rooms ashore with you. Another thing in your cabin is the TV. The TV has a lot of good information on it. Your invoice is on there, which I suggest that you check every day just to make sure that there's no charges that aren't yours. And the minute, if you think something's wrong, go talk to reception. Definitely want to do it before the last night. The last night reception desk is very busy. In the morning of disembarkation, sometimes there's not even somebody there because they're disembarking people. So definitely watch your invoice on your TV. I'm not saying that it happens, but I just like to check just to make sure that everything looks good. Daily activities are listed on there. If there's a lecture on board, they will also replay the lecture. Menus for the evening. So there's quite a bit of stuff on there. Internet is provided on this sailing. There's two per cabin. So you'll just log in, create a password. Internet is dependent on where you guys are sailing. It's Starlink, so it is upgraded to what it has been in the years past. I've never had a problem getting onto internet. However, I don't know that we'd be able to stream and have all these photos and Zoom here. So if you are working and doing stuff like that, you might want to upgrade your internet, but I wouldn't do anything until you get on board, see what you need. Like I said, I've always been okay with the basic. Streaming, like some people, I don't know what kind of sports are going on right now, but people always ask about sports or anything. Then if you have to stream, sometimes you need to buy a package for that. The currents. This is also going to be in your cabin. This is Oceana's daily newsletter that is put in your cabin at turn down service. It's a little nice piece. It's actually probably about 4 pages, the size of a paper. It tells you a lot of good information in there. The port that you're going into the next day. It tells you what time you guys are coming into port. You can get off the ship, what time you need to be back on the ship, emergency phone numbers for the ship, and just like when trivia is, or if a lecture's that day, or anything that's happening that day will be listed in the currents, along with some shore excursions, the temperature, little city facts about where you guys are going. So I either take it with me, it's a small piece, it's not that big, or take a picture, especially for the emergency phone numbers. The ship is country club casual, and what that means to Oceana is no shorts and no flip-flops. If you've been on Oceana in the past, they used to say no jeans. They're now allowing, this is for specialty restaurants and grand dining rooms, so no shorts and no flip-flops. And jeans you can wear if they call them smart jeans, and what that means to me is dark. So if your blue jeans are dark and not faded or holey, jeans will be allowed in specialty restaurants and grand dining room. The rest of the ship is casual. Feel free to wear whatever you'd like, especially off the ship for shore excursions. Dress in layers, comfortable shoes, a lot of uneven pavement where you guys are going. People do ask me about dressing up. It's really up to you. There is no formal nights, but if you want to dress up, some people dress up. It's whatever you guys are comfortable with. But like I said, no need to. Laundry on board. The ship does have laundry. It is on deck 7 through 11. So each floor has laundry facilities for you guys to use. It's included in your cruise. You get the soap, the fabric softener, and then washer and dryer is just included. So you can do that. There's no good or bad day to do it. I would say days at sea are probably the busiest, but just go and check it out. And if you need to do laundry, just go and find it and see what it looks like for that day. They also do have laundry service on board that you can send in and they will do for you. Usually in the closet, there's a piece of paper and it tells you how much it is. I would just ask your cabin steward, like if there's something that you want back the next day, just make sure that they can get it back to you the next day. As you get further into the cruise, they get a little busier, so it might take them a little longer to get a piece of clothing back to you. For this ship, specialty dining, they have 4 restaurants on board. They have the Polo, Toscana, Red Ginger, and Jacques. If you haven't made dining reservations, this morning it was still open because I helped somebody. So if you need to make dining reservations, feel free to give us a call and we can see what we can do. I just like to say this, that sometimes when you're booking dining, it pushes you out to really late at night or it puts you to a different day. And that's if you're trying to select a two-top table. Two-top tables, there's not very many in each restaurant. So if in the future, if you ever book a sailing or if you book one right now, like dining, if you open it up and say you're willing to dine with other people, it opens up times. With that being said, if you didn't get a time frame that you want, you can talk to on board right the day you guys arrive. There'll be a restaurant maitre d that will be helping people. You can always see about making changes, or even if it's not that first day up in the Terrace Cafe in the mornings, they usually have a maitre d up there that you can talk to. Like if you met the Smiths and you're like, I'd really like to dine with them, or you want to make changes to your reservation, always check with them. You don't know if you don't ask. That's one about the only thing the program managers can't help you with is changing dining, but they can get you to the right place. So if you have questions about dining, definitely check on board. Same thing with shore excursions, destination services. The day you guys board, if you have any questions, stop by their desk. First day for the shore excursion desk is usually busy, but usually goes pretty fast. It is the first day, and they usually are pretty full staffed. Shore excursions tickets, they're going to be in your cabin. If you, and they're on your vanity, usually in an envelope. It'll be the tickets for the entire week. So make sure that you have all your shore excursions in the ticket or in the envelope. And if you're waitlisted for anything, check to see if your waitlist is cleared. Sometimes when you get on board, you will clear a waitlist. And if for some reason you already had one confirmed that day, they're not going to cancel that one because they don't know if you want the waitlisted one. So if you do have two on one day, go down to the shore excursions desk and just let them know which one you want so you're not charged for the other one. And another thing that we'd like you to do if you want, put an MS in the corner of your ticket. What this does is you guys, if you're going on any shore excursions with any other Michigan State people, you guys will be on the same bus. And if nobody else from Michigan State is on that tour, you'll be with other Go Next people. So for shore excursions, how they work, we dispatch from the lounge, and up in the front of the lounge, we have two desks. One will be a Go Next desk, which Megan and Marion will be working, and the other one will be an Oceana desk. So always go to the Go Next desk, look for their faces. You'll enter into the lounge, and then they'll call your ticket, and then you go up to them, and they'll give you a bus ticket. At that time, you'll either disembark the ship if they're ready for you, otherwise you'll take a seat and they'll call you Blue Ticket 7, ready to go. So that's shore excursions. People do ask about tipping for shore excursions. Tipping is strictly if you want to, but people do ask, so I always put it in the on these calls. Half day tour suggested tip for a guide is $5. I'm sorry, a full day tour guide $5, driver $3. Half day tour is guide $3, driver $2. Again, did you like the content? Could you understand them? And was it, just overall a good experience? So that is shore excursions. One thing also I want to go over is your events. The events letter was sent out a while ago. You don't have to write any of this down. We will also hand it out once you get on board. So for the first night, we have our Go Next reception. At the Go Next reception is where you guys will probably first meet each other, unless you're on the pre-cruise. You guys will have your own Michigan State area, and the program managers will be there. And if you haven't picked up your name badges, they will bring them there. They'll just tell you what they're there to do. They are your onboard concierge. So anything you guys need, I mean it, anything. If you're not happy or if you just need something, or if you're happy, just let them know and they will work on fixing whatever it is or doing whatever you need to do. That's what they're there to do to help you guys out. And then on June 1st is the captain's reception. No time is noted. That'll be listed in the currents based on the captain's schedule. The show is in the lounge, but the reception is at all bars on the ship. And then on June 2nd, we are going to have a reception for Michigan State alumni and friends. And then we are having on June 6th, Alan is going to do a lecture, and that's going to be next to baristas. Again, you don't have to write any of this down, but that is from 4:15 to 5:15. And then we are going to do on June 7th, grand dining room. This night is, if you're going to wear any school colors, a lot of people I see wear school colors this night. We'll do a flag. We will meet at the grand staircase, take your photo, and then you guys will all go to the grand dining room. We usually, well, we send the picture over to Regina, and then maybe you put it on Cloud Bright or Bright Cloud. I'm not sure what you guys do with them. Anyway, so those are your events. Like I said, you'll get a handout when you get on board for this. People do ask me what other schools are on board, so I just quick pulled a list because some people are interested. So some of the other states, or I'm sorry, schools on board are Ohio State, Texas Tech, Texas Aggies, Notre Dame, Iowa State, Purdue, Texas Exes, the Naval Academy, Virginia Tech, K-State, Mizzou, Georgia Tech. Um, so those are some of the other schools on board. We usually on our program manager desk have a list of everybody with their school logos. So, and if it's not there, you can always ask Megan and Marion, and they can let you know who else is on board. So for disembarkation, Oceana will send you a letter about 3 days before you disembark the ship. They just want to re-verify your flight information. Even if it hasn't changed, they want to know what it is. And you will just put that down, enter it in, or hand it into reception. They will then give you a disembarkation ticket based on your flight times or what you're doing. So the night before you get off the ship, you will put your luggage outside the cabin door. Now, some people are like, oh, I just can't do that. I need it with me. So if you do keep your luggage in your room, that's fine. Just know that you are responsible for bringing it downstairs on your own. So if you can get it out the night before, that's definitely suggested. So then the next morning, everybody meets in the lounge at their specific time. They call your ticket number. You guys disembark the ship. And down in the holding area, it's kind of like a baggage claim at an airport. There's different sections of suitcases. And if your ticket was blue 7, you're going to look for the flag that has a blue 7. And then you're going to go and you're going to grab your luggage. So you have to physically claim your luggage because they don't know whose luggage is whose. And once you claim your luggage, we will help you either get it to a taxi, we'll help you get it if you're going to a hotel, or if you're going on the Oceana transfer, we'll help you get it wherever you need to go. You just need to physically claim it. So that, let me just check in here to see what else I have. I think that might be it. So we can open it up for questions. I'm just pulling up your guys' trip here. So on this trip, you guys, shipboard gratuities were also included, and then you guys had a credit to use towards shore excursions. So that was part of this package also, in case anybody was wondering. So we can do questions over in the chat, or you guys can just unmute yourself and fire away if you have any questions. Yep,
All
Maureen,
right.
you just gotta unmute
Yeah.
yourself. Oh, you're still on mute. Down in the left-hand corner, you should be able to click the audio button and then you unmute.
Yeah, I'll go, I guess. Just curious about the wait list and other shore excursions. So you mentioned that when you arrive, they may open up the wait list, and so we should check.
Mhm.
Um, does that mean that we should be checking every day, or just like initially things will open up, or how does that?
So initially, if your waitlist is cleared, the ticket will be in your envelope. But throughout the sailing, they could also clear you. They could either leave you a voicemail on your phone, or they could let the program manager know, and then we would let you know because it's things change. Like people are like, oh, I don't want to go on another shore excursion tomorrow, so they cancel. So lots of things open up when you're on the sailing. So it could happen during the sailing too, but somebody would reach out to you. The first day, it would be in your ticket envelope, and then after that, they would reach out to you to let you know if something cleared.
Okay.
I'm unmuted
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
I have two questions. One, you mentioned the currency is pounds. Is that the same as euros?
No, it's different.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't see pounds listed in my currency exchange. Is it the
It,
same
it,
pounds in all three
it might be
areas?
British pounds or
Yes, it's British pounds. Yep.
UK pounds or United Kingdom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to deal with that because I looked for all of those and didn't see it. I just saw euro. Okay. And my
Yeah.
other,
You
I don't
may
know
be
if
able to get them, Marine, if you go to Libri Coin in Frandor. Are you familiar with Liberty
Yeah,
Coin in
yeah.
Frandor? Yeah, you may be able to purchase them there.
No, I'm not, I don't want to get
Oh,
any. I just have a
oh,
conversion on my
oh,
phone.
I see.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so somebody
A
had
gl-
typed in so George Boy Peter, is the code.
oh, okay.
If that's what if your phone can pull that up.
So GBP.
Yeah, see if that pulls up.
Sorry to hold you up. Okay. All right. Okay, that did it. Thank you.
Okay.
My next
Okay.
question, I don't know if it's a question or what, but we arrive in London on the pre-tour at 7 a.m. and I'd really like to be able to get into our hotel room early in the morning. Now that worked out fine on my last trip to Australia, and I'm hoping that that's the same way you can handle it on this trip.
So for the hotel, we do have preference, or they have preference with us because we've been using them for so long. So we do try to get our guests early check-in. So as soon as they're done cleaning rooms, they usually give us the room keys, and then we let people in based on their arrival times. So if you are one of the first people, we would try to assign you a room first. But with that being said, check-in isn't till 3 o'clock, but we do try very hard to get everybody in early. But we won't know until we get, until you get there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Emily, very much.
Thank you.
If you do have questions, feel free, you can reach out to me. Well, actually, I'm out of the country until next week, so starting Friday. So if you do have questions, it's probably best to contact Go Next directly, and they can be reached at 800-842-9023. And I'll send you an email with that information as well so that you have it at hand, or it's also probably in all your final documents too. So. Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks you again, Emily. And what I like to do now is to go around the room, so to speak, and have everyone introduce themselves and kind of say, what you're looking forward to, kind of what your connection with Michigan State is, or, if you graduated from Michigan State or, if you've lived near Michigan State a lot of years, or anything that you'd like to add, and then of course what you're looking forward to. So I'm going to start with Melody.
There we go. I am an alum, and I live close to state, and I actually bleed green. So I've been a Spartan for a lot of years. And in all my travels, I've never been to London or the British Isles. So I'm really looking forward to that. And especially Stonehenge. That's really got me excited. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay. And it says MMB. Is that Marie?
Yes, yeah, it's Marie. Yes. So yes, I'm also an alum. I was originally coming with my parents, but they're not able to travel this time. So coming on my own. I've actually spent a lot of time in the UK. But there are definitely some destinations like some of the towns in Scotland and things like that that I haven't seen. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Wonderful. Great. Actually, another thing I want to add too, I was on this trip last year. It was in August, but it could be chilly. So a lot of wind. And so, I do recommend bringing like a raincoat or something along that line. So if you have a tendency to get chilly, to bring that along. Also, too, you can purchase nice wool sweaters while you're there too. So I did that myself. So anyway, all right. Next we have Bill. I'm assuming that's Bill Burke. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes. I am not an alum. My wife is an alum, so I'm gonna be with her, and she's actually listening on the phone. She's driving up here. But we're really looking forward to all the different places that we're going to go. She's never been to England and Scotland and Ireland. I've only been in London, so it'll be a very good trip to spend quite a bit of time in all those destinations.
All right, wonderful. Okay, Marie?
Yeah, I am have no connection with MSU except that I'm employed by them. But I do love the MSU travel. I've been on a few trips and you just suck me in every time. So thank you for all that you do, Regina, and all that you offer. And
You're
I
welcome.
hope to get back to Ireland with a more in-depth trip
Yeah,
sometime.
it's wonderful. I've been a few times and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So great. Okay, next I have Victor.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm alumni, graduated back in the 70s and coming with my wife and really we have some family heritage there, which we're always interested in seeing the country we went to my dad's side of the family in Sicily quite a while ago, so this is kind of like my mom's side of the family now, and just looking forward to get a good idea of what's the islands are all about, and maybe even find a day where I can go golfing in Ireland, hopefully.
Or
Wonderful.
Scotland.
Yes.
Maybe Scotland, but at least Ireland, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. All
You
right,
bet.
and Jeffrey. Oh, it's not unmuting for you.
Yeah, he's having the same trouble I've had.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. All right.
Hi.
We don't see you, but we can hear you probably.
Yeah, because I moved different windows. So two things. Thank you for doing this. This has been really very helpful for me. I am an
Wonderful.
alumni from decades ago. I'm coming with my wife, who's also an alumni, and she's the world traveler. I am not. So it will
Yet.
be, yeah, yet. So it will be certainly an adventure for me. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing the countryside. I have never been across the pond. I have no idea what I'm going to see, so I'm excited about going. And with that, I
Wonderful.
pass. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Alan, do you want to any parting words or do you want to maybe mention some of the trips that you've hosted for us before?
Well, I sure I'd love to. So I one of the times I've been to the UK before was actually the Gardens of London tour that they do sometimes. That's a fantastic one. And the year I did it, we did the Chelsea Flower Show, which was really cool. And since I'm a botanist, probably special for me. I've also done a couple in South America, the Machu Picchu and Galapagos Islands one was maybe my favorite all-time one. So some really fantastic ones. But I have to say probably my favorite one so far because I'm sure this will be my new favorite. And what I'm looking forward to is getting to know all of you and hearing about your Spartan experiences and your connections to MSU and how you loved campus.
Wonderful. Well,
Go
thank you,
Greens.
Alan, very much. Okay, again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to Go Next and they will get back with you with an answer. And again, I will be sending this recording to you probably more than likely tomorrow. So you'll have a chance to review it again. So thank you so much for attending this. And I wish you wonderful trip and safe travels and go green.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.